All right. Hello. Good morning. Let's see. So I just tested. Let's see. Yeah, we need to do that. Disconnect. Yeah, make it more. I just tested like using the snapshot tag, and it didn't work. Yeah, it's a bit early still. So we need to get that fixed. But in the meantime, I have. Do not use a preview port from task.json. I thought we could kind of just review if there's anything else we want to do first. So one thing that I think, well, one thing we have to do is, let's see, do we have, no. We need to publish, oh, sorry. We need to publish the new thingy. Let's see. Git status, git checkout main, git pull, and how do we build here? pm build. So we need to publish a new version of, let's see. So we have internal publishing, like this picture client SDK that we built internally, that has internal publishing, but we also have a public publishing, so people can contribute to the SDK itself. So they can't contribute to picture client currently, but yeah, as I talked about, the whole point is to really just move all that code over to the actual SDK with time. And then, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Picture client, as long as we can build, let's see, build. As long as we can build picture client, it's fine. And I want to see, is it now 6? Yeah, 116. So we should be able to just do npm publish now. And then I need my clock here. Ugh. Let's see. And then we can install that in Oop. Let's see. Nice. Okay, so now we have that one. That means we can go and make that dependency here. Picture client. Oh, we already have that as a dependency. So if we now do npm install, okay, what does that mean? Workspace, unsupported URL, workspace. Where are we using that? I'm confused. Are there references to workspace here? What? I am very confused. We don't have any other package JSON here. Well, I have this test template, but that's like, what? What a start to our day. What the fuck is this? npm install. What's this log? User description of phone.npm. Oh my god. Silly config. Okay, I'm super confused by this. Oh. Huh? What is this thing? Okay, I'm gonna try removing node modules. I'm very confused by this. What the fuck is this? Why am I getting this? There is no workspace reference in my package JSON. Oh, could it be in the actual... Oh, package lock workspace. No, there is no workspace. Delete numbers and packet. Okay, we're gonna delete it. This is so weird. Where? Okay, it has to be the new... Oh my god. I did not need this. Like, it's fucking Monday morning. I don't need this shit. I think this is the thing. Yeah. So CodeSandbox API. How the hell did Evis do this? Damn it. Picture client uses workspace references. I cannot install it. So like the CodeSandbox API. Oh. How can we check this? This was annoying. CodeSandbox API. Okay, so I think he changed it when he published it. Yeah, I think he did. So we're gonna just do... How are we gonna do this? So we can do like just a local publish here. But that's gonna be bad. Well, it doesn't really matter. Well, it's gonna be messy though. If we were to make a change here, it would bump to 7, but then we kind of have this 7 version already published. Applications. Oh, do we have? Don't we have like a list of packages somewhere? Do we have that here? Deployments? No. How do we kind of see the? I thought there was like a place we could look at the actual packages. Because we didn't make a change to that in ages. Can I search this? Find release. What is the latest version? I guess it's like one. But wait a minute. Does that also mean that the API is published? Yeah, it does. And this is 113. Okay, but that's fine. So we need to just bump again and publish with a hard dependency. But I don't really want to just do it. Because the next time we make a change to picture client, we're going to get into an issue. I'm not going to remember it. Okay, so what we're going to do, what we're going to do, I'm going to do a checkout here, force publish, and then, okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Force publish. Oh, this is stupid. I published picture client with a 2 npm with a workspace dependency. Need to fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna put compu here, and then we're not gonna actually like because we had like SOC 2 compliance and shit like that. I'm never gonna work on a end user facing product ever again, just because of SOC 2. It's just horrible. Okay, and then we can go back to, well, I guess main. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna change this to 7. And then we're gonna change this to 113. Was that the thing? 113. Cool. And there is like a dev dependency. I'm not sure why that's fine, because that's just a dev dependency. Okay. And then we're just going to publish it again. Oops. Let's see. Oops. 398386. Cool. And I'm just gonna, let's see, applications. So I believe you hard-coded dependency to CodeSandbox, CodeSandbox/API when publishing. It failed when I published. So needed to do another bump. And then publish with an actual version dependency to API. Okay, let's just see that it works. Minimize. Okay. It seemed to have worked. Let's see. Okay, I made a mistake here. This should be. This shouldn't look like this. It should be doop fork like this. Okay, then we're ready to ship this feature. Awesome. And we have, okay, we're back on track now, finally. That was a bit of a rough Monday morning, but we are back in business. And one thing we're gonna fix first is CodeSandbox docs, because I think previews. So I think those spun up by tab will be in a port listed on the previews in the data. Each preview will show a tag. I think this previews thing is okay. We're gonna test something. Let's see. We're gonna run this demo thing. Oh, we already are. Which was that? 5173? No, this is something else. 4? Yeah. So we're gonna test something. I'm gonna check to see if our task is actually showing the port without actually having the preview thing. Let's see. What was the ID here? There we go. I'm just gonna check this thing. What's in the tasks? Okay, so it is showing preview port 51. So we're gonna remove that. There we go. And then we're actually gonna restart the whole thing. And then we're gonna see what happens. Because I think that preview field doesn't have anything to do with internal mechanism. We could also really verify that by code. Let's see if I can find picture here. I don't think picture ever looks at that preview thing. Let's see if there's any mention of preview. So it has a it does reference task def preview. Well, I want to do preview dot. Yeah, I think it just moves the preview around. Yeah, so what I basically want to change is so that the CLI, you actually pass in the ports you want to wait for. as opposed to using tasks JSON, because this tasks JSON is a mix of like actual behavior configuration, and we also used it for some very product specific things. So for example, we open up the preview window based on that field, but that's a client thing. It's not about the actual running of the thing. So I think we should just fix that. But I want to know if we can actually see the port being part of the actual task. Let me look at the actual dev task. Oh, sorry. Let's see. So the dev task is running. Yeah, you see this? It still has the port assigned to it because it's able to map ports to processes. So it knows that this process has been started by this task, and it knows that this process opens up this port. So we're able to map the port like started by kind of the process in the shell, and that shell belongs to task, and then we're able to show the port. So I feel confident we should make that change. So let's go in. Yeah, I think we still have some errors in here. Yeah, it's the actual. Yeah, because we don't have that preview anymore. Okay, so we're gonna add path option ports type array. Okay, is it just type array? Ports to, what is this actually? Is it like an actual, yeah, we'll figure that out. Demand option, path to project. Yeah. Ports to wait for to open. Or mention no, I think we should do that before creating snapshot. Yeah. Okay, cool. So what we should be able to do now is tasks with ports. We don't really care about that. We want to look at argv ports. How do we? Oh, interesting. Shouldn't that automatically builder? Doesn't that, I never used this before. Cluster directly. Oh, maybe that's not a thing. Ports? No, it's a thing. Oh, it's array true and then type string or number, I guess. No, wait. Array true. There we go. Where were we? Wait. Why is that defined? Why are these defined and not? What? I'm super confused. Oh, is it? Ah. Oh, this is runtime stuff, I guess. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, so we should remove we're not gonna have cluster anymore. We're gonna have ports number like so. Let's see. How are we going to do this? Let's see. Cons ports is, yeah. And then we're going to do ports. Yeah, and we just need ports. Ports. Oh, a lot of stuff happened there. What happened there? If no port. Oh, it just moved it up. Oh, we already have. Oh, did it duplicate it? Oh yeah, sorry. So I guess. Wait, timeout. You know what? We're gonna drop that one and we're gonna keep this one. Yeah. Tasks with ports. Filter? Why is this here? I don't think we need tasks with ports like this. Yeah, I think this is fine. So what we're gonna do instead now is when we build this snapshot thing, do we have it here? Yeah. And how do we pass arguments here? Is it like -- ports 5173? Okay, let's make it fail first. So we're gonna wait for 4000. So it's gonna take like, how much time was it? Ports. Guts ports. Let's try that. Yeah. Not enough non-option arguments. What the hell does that mean? Isn't that this one? Oh, I have to check the docs. CSP build path. Does it have an example of passing arguments? No. What does that mean? Not enough non-option arguments. Does it mean they have to come after? Ports for 1000. Oh. Okay, so now it's restarting and it should like... Oh. Yeah, we don't need that one either. Yeah, waiting for port 4000 to open. But it never opens, right? Cool. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this and then we're gonna say 5173. Boop. So I'm gonna it's so funny. Like we bought a car like 3 years ago, and it's like a Nissan Leaf. And like I have a couple of things where I'm quite irrational. It's with gaming. Like I bought the PlayStation 5 Pro on Saturday, and it's not because I'm like I really need it. It's kind of like just my impulse control is kind of bad with games and gaming. Though I had a shit ton of fun with Helldivers last night. Like that's an insanely awesome game. Anyways, and then what was I gonna say? Yeah, and I kind of have the same thing with cars. Though you have to be like the impulse control isn't that strong. I'm more rational. But the neighbor got a car, new car, and ours like 3 years old is a Nissan Leaf. It's kind of a boring car, though it's amazing, actually surprisingly amazing to drive. But so I had to do something to kind of suppress that like impulse. Oh, interesting. And so it was time to change tires anyway. So I bought new tires, and I asked them like, "What's the most kick-ass tires you can get for a Nissan Leaf?" Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna change that later, and then I'm gonna write documentation while I'm waiting for that. But this is interesting. Why did it not find the port? Let's see. So it's supposed to be running. Wait a minute. Which thing are we actually? Oh yeah, sorry. Morning, Adam. Sorry, it's the template. It doesn't actually have task JSON. Let's make that happen. Sorry. New folder .CodeSandbox. New file tasks.json. Let's just copy the thing here. Boop. We don't need all of this stuff. So we're gonna run a start. Yeah, we don't need this one. Yeah, setup tasks. Let's go and grab like a package JSON here. Let's see, package. Oh, I already have one. Okay, so it's gonna install those dependencies, and then it's gonna run that dev server, and then I guess Vite. I guess we should have like a Vite config as well. Well, I guess we don't need that, or we need an index.html. Yeah. Okay. New file. And then we're just gonna load index.js, and then Vite is probably gonna make all that good and dandy. Cool. Okay, so let's try to build it again. Yes. Did you, by the way, return the slug of the clusters? Yeah, by the way, we're gonna get the slug here instead. Kind of weird to have the full URL. Waiting for port. No. So that didn't work. I wonder what happened. I kind of wonder, you know what? We should probably have the ID. Yeah, we're gonna, when we get the ID of the sandbox, yeah, it's really nice that we're testing this, because now we're kind of, why the fuck doesn't it work? And you don't really have any reference to figure out what the hell happened. So there are a couple of things we can do here. First of all, we can give the ID to the sandbox it actually created, so we can take a look at it. So we're gonna fix that first. Where's the bin? There's the bin. And what we could also do is like, yeah, we're gonna have more of a, like we're gonna do an iteration on that whole CLI, actually building like an interactive kind of CLI experience. But for now we need to simplify it. But we are actually getting the sandbox ID here. So how are we gonna do this? Let's see, SDK sandbox ID. I think what we're gonna do is basically have the sandbox ID something like this, so that you always have a reference to the sandbox ID when can you help me? Oh, I just love this. And it just, you see this? It's amazing. It just understands everything. Let's see, where's the next one? Yeah, and that's setup step. Okay, so we still need, and then creating memories. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so we're gonna run it again just to see if that's working, and then and see how it looks, and then we're gonna actually check what the hell happened to it. Okay, let's wait until it starts. Yeah, we have to remember to go to stream. So that would be stream. I think it's like P. Is it sandbox? P. Sandbox. Is it PS or something? Or is it just S? I think it's just S. Okay, now it's waiting for the port to open. Let's see what actually happened there. Yeah, has been open. Oh, interesting. Okay, so maybe there's something wrong with the code then. So ports, if ports length, session ports, wait for port. Why aren't we getting the port? We have a port here. What? Waiting for port 5173, right? What? That's weird. Is it because it's bound to the task? It doesn't pop up for... we have to look at that implementation. So get open ports. On did port open. Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. It's because there's something specific. So let's see. On did port open. There's something called this picture client task, client's task on unassigned port. on task port open. This is the one. Okay, so I think oh, this is so interesting. What should we do about this? I think we need to listen to both of them. I wonder what on task port open. Yeah, because this is just listening to yeah, but get open ports. Dag nagget. Picture client, clients, task, get. Yeah, what are we gonna do here? Okay, I think we're just gonna run this and then we're just gonna log. Console.log. What the fuck? Port info. Port info. Task ID. And then why doesn't it actually this undid port open? Yeah, on. Okay, so this is on ports updated. Yeah, and it's really an yeah, I'm curious. Oh, we have so much stuff we built here. It's a little bit port on ports. Okay, so that's just ports updated. Okay, let's just look at that. Ports updated. Ports. Okay, so let's just build this again. Hello there. Good morning. Yeah, so the other stuff we're gonna fix is, yeah, so we're basically working on that now. Yeah, this is all really documentation. Consume the new picture client. We are doing that. New tasks, that's fixed. Yeah, error on. Yeah, so I'm working on, I am working on the SDK. Okay, I'm trying to do it faster every time. So a few years ago, like 5 years ago, CodeSandbox, if you know CodeSandbox, CodeSandbox.io, became a company trying to monetize browser sandboxes. So CodeSandbox built a bundler in the browser that allowed you to go like way beyond what the traditional fiddles could do. Actually bundling like React code and Angular and all kinds of stuff. But we weren't able to monetize that. No one wanted to pay for it. We were in this position where people weren't used to paying for these fiddles. And even though CodeSandbox delivered a lot more value, there was this mindset that you don't pay for stuff that runs in the browser. So we thought, okay, now we're just going to make this more powerful so you can actually do development, which forced us to move to the cloud. So we got some investment and we built a bigger company, and we, based on the experience we already had in the browser, we wanted to see how close we could get to that running VMs in the cloud. So we found some cool technology, built a custom infrastructure that got us very close to that experience. And we tried to sell that as like a cloud development environment, but engineers doesn't want to code in the cloud. Even though you get unique features, especially for teams when everyone works in the cloud, it's just local development with latency. That's how it's experienced by engineers. So we couldn't make that work either. We weren't able to monetize it, even though like the product was really, really awesome. We weren't able to kind of sell the idea. We had a lot of friction coming from this browser bundler to now becoming like a cloud development provider. Anyways, long story short, it didn't work. AI happened, and we were like, oh, we built all this technology for human engineers that doesn't want it, but it's actually perfect for AI. But at that time, we were running out of money and energy, honestly, and we weren't like fit to do another pivot. So we got acquired by Together AI, and now we're building up that experience of like, instead of giving an end user product in the browser, we're building an SDK that gives you access to all this amazing infrastructure that we built. And we did an MVP of that, and immediately we had like success with it. So we were able to like monetize it because we built everything's there, which is really cool. Anyway, so we built an MVP to kind of expose features that we already have in a way that makes sense for like companies and startups and engineers to build their own products on top of it. And now I'm in here cleaning up everything and building an actual official release of this thing. And we got so much stuff planned. But basically, it's an SDK where you can spawn the true development environments in the cloud and very efficiently fork them, hibernate, wake them up, let AIs play with them, stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. But what I don't understand is why the hell aren't we getting anything here? And I think maybe it's because client, because it's an unassigned port open. Port info, what the fuck, unassigned. So we're gonna try again. So what I'm working on specifically now is that we have a feature that allows you to take files you have locally and deploy that into sandboxes on all our clusters. So that when your users are consuming these sandboxes, they'll get like a prepared snapshot. So it takes less than 2 seconds to get an actual development environment. Why aren't we getting anything here? It's definitely firing up, but we're not getting anything on task port open, nothing on unassigned port open, and nothing on okay, so we're gonna do one more thing. When it times out, we're gonna take a look and see if we can find any ports. Where is it? Session.ports. Get open ports. Yeah, and we're gonna do something else as well, because this is sync, right? Yeah. What the fuck? I'm gonna do a lot of what the fucks here. And then we're also gonna do session, because I think we have access to, if I just do ports, pitch, yeah, we can go straight into pitcher client, clients, task. Do we have ports here? Yeah, it's kind of hard to. I get the question a lot on the stream, and I try to like find a way to pitch it. That kind of makes sense, but there is a lot of history there. Okay, so we're gonna go and grab ports here as well. Yeah, let's just Let's do this. And let's run it again, because I don't understand why we're not seeing these ports. Funny thing is that I think maybe it would actually appear. Yeah, no, it's weird. It really is weird. Could it be because it's a string? It comes in as a string. Or does it actually, is it an actual number? Like the typing can trick us, right? So it might look like a number, but it actually comes in as a string. We should check that as well. But let's see now if we can actually see if the port is there. Oh, but we already have timeout. Yeah, we don't need this stuff. Yeah, when did I start coding? Like my oh, interesting. Okay, so it's only showing 22 here. Yeah, I'm like 41, and I think I started coding around the age of 14 or something. But that was HTML. And then after that, I got into jQuery. Amazing that like point an element dot fade in. That was amazing. Like 41 isn't that old. Yes, 10 years experience in the React compiler. I'm not that old. Well, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I call this professionally since I was 25, I think. Because I didn't actually study coding. It was a hobby thing, and then I got an opportunity to kind of practice the stuff I've been playing with, and I just got sucked into it. So yeah, I guess I've been coding for, how much is that? 5? Yeah, like 15 years. Anyways, we need to figure out why the fuck we're not getting this port. I don't understand it. Because the task has the port. That's the thing I don't understand. So we're gonna do one more check here. Okay, so that's in sync, but we're also gonna look at picture client task, client task, get tasks. Because that has the port, which is the thing I don't quite understand. So we might have to listen to task updates as well to find ports. Okay, I think it's a little bit, yeah, let's just, no, we're just gonna keep it at, well, I guess we can do this now. We can fix this, port info, and then there wasn't options here, right? Timeout, we can do this instead. And then, so this can fail now. I guess we can do a try. Catch. Well, wait a minute. Ports map. Yeah, I think let's just await it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we don't need any of this. We don't even need this one. This is nice. Port info. Why? Why was that wrong? does not oh, sorry, we need to await it. There we go. Nice. Yeah, good question. So for me, it's very funny. I've like when I started doing things like publicly, it was really writing an article, and this is a long time ago. And that kind of exposed me to like open source, and I really like the process of open source. One thing is like sharing code and all of that, but it's also not just sharing code, it's like sharing experiences and what it means to work with code and just have code and coding as part of your life kind of thing. And as I've gotten older, I've gotten like more confident that everybody like makes mistakes coding. You kind of, as a young coder or engineer, you feel a lot of like pressure and what's it called, the imposter syndrome and all of this stuff. But I'm 41 and been doing this for 15 years. I make a lot of mistakes, and one of the things I think is the worst thing is not necessarily the code you write, but the process of figuring out how to solve things and how to think about codes conceptually. That's like the biggest pressure. And so that's part of why I'm streaming. It's just to let people see someone who's been doing this for 15 years and feels confident that like I do produce value. Like I know there are better programmers and conceptual thinkers than me, but I know I produce value because I wouldn't be paid if I didn't do that. And just kind of show that raw thinking process. And one thing is maybe there's things to learn from that thinking process, but that's not the goal. The goal is really to see how I get stuck all the time. And how frustrated I get, and like just expose the whole journey of actually working with code and trying to solve problems. So that's the thing. But the other thing is that I think better, I work better, I have more fun working with code because I work remotely. So this is like compensating from working with another human next to me. Yeah, and it's been like a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun lately because a lot of people have been like just joining, just having me in like the background making comments and stuff. So it's just like it feels like a super tiny little I don't know, not community, that's too big of a word, but yeah, just some people trying to make some stuff work, I guess. Yeah, and then there are people that come in and they kind of expect this stream to be like prepared and actually like convey like consistent good quality. That's not the case here. This is just like very, very raw stuff. And sometimes it's a lot of fun. Sometimes it's just me yelling at the screen. Sometimes I kind of forget that I'm streaming and I don't talk for 5 minutes. And it's like, yeah. Let's see. Did we run it again? No. Did we forget? Did I run it again? No, because these are the two arrays. Oh, fuck. Did I forget to run it? Yeah, so this is the CodeSandbox SDK. I just, if you rewind like, I guess 5 minutes or something, I'm actually going through the story. So you can do that, or I can do like the end of the story, which is I'm working on the official release of the CodeSandbox SDK. That's gonna allow you to like spawn development environments for AIs and stuff. Yes, that's it. Yeah, 5 minutes back, and I have pretty dense explanation. Let's see. So what I suspect now is that even though we're not getting any notification about a port opening, we still have a task that shows us that it's running a port. So what we're going to do is that we're going to listen to the tasks as well, not just listen to the ports. And if a task is showing us that we have a port open, we're kind of going to add that to the on port open thing. Oh, fuck. But now I didn't log. Ah! Oh my god. Where is it? There it is. So there's an error here. Where? Yeah, here we go. Unknown. Oh, yeah, it's showing the error there. Okay, sorry. Console.log session dot... Wait, don't we have session here? This was rough. Why did I make that change? Okay, we're gonna do a tiny little try catch here. Catch, and then we're gonna log console.log. What the fuck? Session.tasks. Tasks. Get tasks. Well, you know what? We're gonna do this one instead. Yeah. Tasks. And then we're gonna JSON stringify. Yeah, you just started out. Yeah. First year of college. Awesome. Must be fun being back. Like, I would love being back at school. Yeah, how do you feel about everything happening, like with AI and stuff? Are you concerned about diving into learning code? Because it must be so weird to be at school now, because we're just in that insane transition of society with AI. Like, school isn't going to change that rapidly, but yeah, it must be very interesting. Like, I have a couple of kids, and I saw a statement about the iPhone is going to be completely gone within 10 years. Like, we're not going to be running around with our smartphones anymore, which is great. Because the generation that has like teens now, they have such a hard time because their kids are running around like with these smartphones, and they're like constantly using. Wait, what the hell happened here? Port info. Vibe coding. Yeah, it's amazing. I use AI all the time, coding, especially when I'm like, yeah, I use it all the time. It's like just having someone to talk to. But I guess vibe coding is more like it actually doing everything for you. And I've had like projects where I do vibe coding. For example, I have a project that makes all React components observers. So it basically wraps every React component into an observer at build time. And it's a Bubble plugin and an SWC plugin, which is written in Rust. And even though I'm curious about Rust, I don't know about Rust. What the fuck? Why isn't this working? Anyways, I vibe. So and I like even the Bubble plugin is like, it's just horrible to work with abstract syntax trees and stuff. So that whole project was vibe coded. First, I vibe coded the Bubble plugin and got something working. And then I used that as context for building the Rust-based implementation. So that was super cool. I would never been able to have done that on my own. And there's a reason nobody had done it before, because it's like insanely, you need this special set of skills. Oh, I watched this parody of Liam Neeson yesterday. A particular set of skills. So I think I kind of brought that into my consciousness. Anyways, yeah, so what I'm noticing with vibe coding is not about like me not coding. It's about me coding stuff I wouldn't be able to code. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to code. So I just feel like I've expanded my capabilities. But I do also notice maybe I'm getting a little bit lazier or less motivated to kind of go in and do things on my own. I'm not sure. Maybe I've always been like that. I'm a very moody coder. I need to be in a good mood to code. But I've noticed that things that like takes like 5 minutes for me to do, it's just hard to just even get started with. For some reason. Maybe I'm getting old. Yeah, hi there. So if you, I guess it's 10 minutes back now, I'm telling the story of CodeSandbox and the SDK I'm working on. So I'm working on an SDK that allows you to spawn development environments. For AI or whatever, really. But I'm having an issue figuring out what's happening here. Why doesn't this have why doesn't it have ports? Don't understand this. Like, but we do have ports. Like, this is using the same thing. It's not configured as a primary port for task dev. Okay, we're gonna wait for port. And wait a minute, is this actually, yeah. Huh? Wait a minute. Yeah, timeout. No, we don't have the port. We're looking to, I don't understand this. Why aren't we getting the port? There's something going wrong here. How are we gonna approach this? So we're not getting the port on the top, but how can that even be? Because on this one, we have the ports there. Okay, I'm gonna test something. Sorry. Let's go back to this one. No, I did do that. I did go in here and I did remove all the. Now I'm super confused. Yeah, there's nothing here. And still, I'm getting the port here. It's not configured. Yeah, exactly. It's not configured, but I still see it. I don't understand. Where do we get that port from? Okay, I think we need to build our own thing here. Let's see. Let's just remove this so I don't forget about it. Did I have something else here? Ports updated. So what we're gonna do, we're not gonna do wait for port. We're gonna do await new promise. And then we're just gonna kill the thing. And we're gonna listen to everything here. We're gonna listen to session.port. And we're gonna use picture client for that. So clients, port. Well, let's first look at ports. And then we're gonna do on ports updated. Well, we are getting the ports here, right? Yeah. Ports. And then we're gonna listen to task on task port opened. What I'm wondering is if when are we actually listening to? Maybe it's already opened up. No, it can't be. Like, it needs to be listed somewhere. And that's the thing. Like, wait a minute. I think we're gonna do something else. Let's see. So we are gonna look at where's task. We're not gonna look at this. We're gonna rather look at session dot ports picture client client. Why isn't this working? Okay, whatever. Client port get ports. Yeah, it's there. Like, it should be on port. So what the fuck is happening? Why am I not seeing the port? It should just be there. Okay, let's just do this then. I'm very confused by this. Super confused. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh, what happened there? Did we change something? Wait for finish. Because we are restarting. Oh, you know what? I think I know what the problem is. Because we're restarting. We are restarting the VM. And we don't have. Yeah. But what we have to do, we have to create a new session. I think this is the problem. Let's see. We need to connect to it again. Yeah, let's try that. It's interesting though, like, why did it work before? Yeah, because I think maybe the... Yeah, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna see. But what happened here? Suddenly it started failing. I wonder if we got a new deploy. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, and this should actually be... this should also be sandbox. We need to reassign the sandbox. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna kill that one, and then we're gonna see what happens. Because what happens is that, of course, when we restart, we kind of lose the session. Yeah, but we're not like, oh, look at that. Oh, what did we... Oh, interesting. Starting content. Oh, now we're getting everything. Yeah, now we're getting it. Okay. Installing dependencies. Look at this. Okay, something when does not exist. Ports. Wait, what was this? Shell with ID. Task queue. Wait, where are we trying to hook into a shell? Well, I don't like us opening these shells. So, because we need to fix, like, we're just blurting out a lot of information here, which we shouldn't do. At least not for now. We're gonna fix this when we build a proper CLI, but for now, we're gonna make this a very simple thing. So we can show like running setup, but we're not gonna console log. Yeah. Shell, oh yeah, this thing. We're not gonna have this. We're not gonna show the actual output. It's more like if there's an actual error, that's when we're gonna do it. Yeah, so what I think, okay, this is gonna be interesting. So what I think we should do here is, we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna buffer up the information. And this is one of those 15 years of programming terms. Like, it takes a long time to, well, I guess like some people get like, or I guess for someone learning coding by experience, not from like a teacher, like stuff like buffer, state, cache, like there's a lot of terms that kind of make sense in and of themselves, but you don't really kind of get it until you actually have experience with it. I guess buffer is quite simple. I don't know. I just never really used that term before until I got like far into my career. But okay, we're gonna buffer that thing. And I think maybe we're gonna do this first and then we're gonna kill it. So we're disposing of the store. Oh, here we are. Disposing of the thing. Handle. Oh, what the hell is happening here? Onset of progress update. Handle progress. But when we're in progress, oh, we're looking at the current step. We're creating a shell. Oh, that's a good question. You know what? This is interesting. I had a lot of people coming on being early in their careers talking about like, where do I start? But you make a really good point. But I'm gonna give you the exact same reference. For frontendmasters.com. It's just an amazing resource. So I would start, well, it depends on how you like to learn, of course. I personally enjoy videos, like an actual course. But yeah, that's a really great resource. And it doesn't really matter like what framework you start with, but like React is incredibly popular. And I guess it speaks more to you as like an engineer, especially like deep engineering like machine learning, because it's much more based on like principles of engineering than getting shit done, kind of. Because a lot of these frameworks, so for example, Svelte comes from the perspective of trying to create graphs on news sites. Like that's what, what's his name? Rich Harris. That's what he did. Like he was using JavaScript and HTML to build these like interactive graphs on news sites. And he wanted to simplify that, which is a great perspective to bring into like the framework world. Because you just want to make things work in a very simple and low weight, like bundle size way. But then you have React, which is coming from a completely different perspective. But that's like, yeah, based on like, a very different perspective that I think fits you more. Like you will find it more interesting to learn about React than, for example, Svelte. Just to tickle the engineering brain kind of thing. Anyway, one thing I'm a little bit unsure of here. No, I guess this is fine. But we're going to buffer up this thing. And then if it goes wrong, then we're going to console.log buffer.join. Isn't that an array? Wait, where did I put the buffer? Oh, I put it here. Let's put it. Wait. Where should I put it? Up here? Yeah. Okay. Then we're gonna do it. Okay, I think we're in a better position now. I'm curious about that shell ID. Yeah. I think we should, I'm gonna write something down. When restarting, we return a new sandbox reference. Dispose of the old one, so it cannot be used anymore. Starting containers. That's interesting. Starting containers, isn't there just one? Okay, but we're still getting that. I wonder where this is actually coming from. It's the task queue. Okay, this is interesting. I think we can fix this. So this is, wait a minute, is this coming from shell instance? Oh, how are we actually session? Because I'm removing shells. Oh, we have shells open. Okay. So this should be commands. No. How do we actually do this? Because this is a, well, sorry, it's tasks open. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, because we're getting a setup. Dagnagit. I think we need to fix this as well. Yeah, the point is that these shells are actually killed. But you know what? We have to go in and do another refactor here. So setup is also using shells. I didn't think of that. And we need to get progress. So this progress, I think this has a shell reference. Wait for finish. Yeah, setup shell. Yeah. Setup. Okay, here we have. So a step has a reference to a shell ID. And that's all setup tasks. They are considered, well, all setup, like the setup progress is like a set of tasks that is running. So it really is a task. Or at least it is a command. So what I want to do here, I want to make the step, I want to do what we did with tasks. So maybe we can even copy task. No, that's actually a surprisingly complex thing. Well, under the hood, it's just a command, but we want to open it. Yeah, we need to open it, which this command isn't really designed for. Yeah, it kind of is its own thing, but we're going to copy command. Let's see. Boop. And then we're going to make a step instead, because this is what we've kind of been doing, is that we're creating these abstractions that makes it much simpler to consume these things. So let's just do this and this. The tricky thing though is that get progress, where does it get the steps? So we have set up progress. Yeah, on set up progress update. Oh, Dagnagit. How are we gonna do this? Or maybe the interesting thing here is that this whole setup is like, I don't think you actually care about, or maybe you do. Yeah, no, we should fix this. So one thing here is that we kind of have this general update thing. So that's gonna and the other thing is like get progress. Dagnagit. It's okay. We're getting, you know what? We're not gonna do this now. What we're gonna do, we're just not gonna kill that shell. And we're still gonna use shells. We're just gonna do this. And then we're gonna fix that thing later. Yeah, and we're gonna drop this thing because now I think we're actually gonna get our port. Cool. Yeah, and then we're actually testing it. Okay, cool. I'm going to put that on my list, but we're not going to do that for this release. Refactor setup and get rid of shells. So that's going to be kind of the last reference to shells is going to be the setup task. And I kind of want to have each step is kind of like a task abstraction where you can you can open the step and look at it, get shell output and stuff. So you can display that to the user. But it requires a bit of effort that we don't have time for now. We need to get a new beta out. So let's see now. It's kind of weird, like running setup. Maybe we should. I think we should rather show it like running setup 1 of 2, and then we rather do this. Oh, look at that. It worked. That's nice. That's super nice. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of change how it looked a little bit. Maybe we don't even need this thing. Let's do that thing. Cool. Yes, so one thing we're gonna do is also go and grab the latest, can't remember how that worked. Build this one. We're gonna run this one. Now we should have a tiny bit more information when we run the thing. So that would be clusters. Oh, wait, we're not using sandbox create? No. Interesting. Create sandbox. Where was the clusters? Clusters data. Look at that. We have a slug. So we are going to show create spinner. So that would be slug. Like so. Nice. This is super nice. Okay, so we're going to run it once more. Cool. Let's see now. Yeah, we can actually use slug here as well. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird. Like, oh, and then running setup doesn't have the sandbox ID. Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe that should kind of be, this is annoying. FCDev EU 0. We should really have like the ID of the sandbox kind of be a bit more. Okay, sorry. I'm getting, so we're gonna have create spinner we're not gonna have, where's create spinner factory? So we have kind of this prefix, but we're using like colon here, but I don't think we should do that. Maybe we shouldn't even have the prefix. Yeah, you know what? I think that's kind of silly. Let's remove the prefix. It seemed like a good idea, but I don't think it really is. There we go. So what we're rather gonna do is we're just gonna create our own little create spinner prefix. And sandbox ID might be there. Sandbox ID string, and then we're gonna return return. Well, we are gonna have the slug, and then we're gonna do this. Yeah. Well, I guess we can do this. So slug, and then just a dash when we don't have the sandbox ID. Oh, let's do create message. Create spinner message. Yeah, so we're gonna have a message that's gonna be a string, and we might have a sandbox ID. And then let's do message. Oh, okay, cool. And then we're gonna go in. Create spinner message. Yeah, so when it comes to programming and money, I think like it's very interesting. Like one thing is money, but programming is one of those occupations that is exceptionally flexible. Like after COVID, a lot of more occupations embrace like working from home and working remotely and stuff like that. But programming has all the processes and mentality for actually doing that. You have to be a little bit careful though, because you don't want to work remotely for a company that is local first. You should find, if you're going to work remotely, to have flexibility in everyday life, especially with children, you need to find a company that primarily works remotely and has everything set up for that. But in terms of money, yeah, like it pays good, and it pays especially good if you get into like startups doesn't necessarily pay super well. Well, it depends, I guess, and I'm very like narrow in my experience. But joining a startup is a really good experience. And some startups, they don't have that much money. But if you have experience working in a startup, that's like that doesn't pay you that much, is a really great experience, because there are startups that also pays really well. Like most startups in this industry, they have a lot of funding and they can pay very well. But you need to have experience to get into that space. So like working for a startup that doesn't necessarily pay that well, but just having the experience of a startup, and then also working open source. Those are the two things that doesn't seem like a good investment, because money-wise, they're not. But they are an amazing investment for actually joining a startup later that has like VC funding and stuff. And then you'll get like very well paid. But also being a consultant is like I remember being a consultant, I was I kind of rolled my chair back. I was at the office and I was like saying, we're getting paid way too much money. And we are, like, compared to like people that actually produce value, like teachers. you paid like shit. It's just silly how much money, how much more we are paid. It's insane. But I want to state that like the best part of being a programmer is the flexibility you get with family. Like you don't have to go to the office every day. You can live anywhere, and it pays enough. And there's potential to earn a lot if you join a startup. I guess that's like the best way to get money is to save money and put it into funds and just let it grow on its own for like 20, 30 years. That's how you get like economic stability. That's the default everyone should lean on. But if you join a startup that has VC funding, there is a potential to get a win if you have some options in that startup. But like at CodeSandbox, I was there for 4 years. I was fully vested, but I didn't earn anything when it got acquired because we didn't find market fit. But I did get options in this new startup that has a lot more momentum. So maybe, but I don't rely on that. I'm saving as much money as I can and putting it into funds and letting it grow for decades. It's not very sexy, but that's how you get money. Creating some. Okay, let's see. Okay, you get what I want here. Thank you so much. Let's see. Cool. Okay, let's see now how it looks. Nice. So people doesn't really understand what this means, right? So maybe we can create spinner message. Maybe we can do something more here. We can say, how can we do this? Maybe we could do something like cluster and then sandbox, something like that. Maybe that will work. Let's try that. Oh, waiting for a port. You didn't get the treatment, did you? Is there more of it? Oh. Oh, look at this. You also need right. Create spinner message. Huh. Are there any more of these? Sandbox. Oh, we don't have. Oh, interesting. Oh, are we catching for all of them? Yeah, I guess we don't have. Oh, this is interesting. Do we wanna? That's just spinner.fail. Yeah, I think we actually need this for each of them. So we're gonna do not there. But we're actually gonna. Wait a minute, sandbox. Wait, where's the thingy here? Oh, this is the whole try. Wait, why was it referencing sandbox IDs? Oh, because it's returning a sandbox ID. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna have a reference to. I think, yeah, okay, interesting. So this is also important. We need to, yeah, we need to do this. So we might not have a sandbox ID there, but that's fine. So let's put this back. What? Is used before it is assigned? Didn't I just put it at the top here? I'm confused. Oh, is it because I don't say undefined? Oh yeah, that's why. Cool, okay. Okay, cool. We're gonna try again. Let's see how it looks now. Oh, it's so weird. Sometimes I can't like cancel the input. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this for now because it doesn't look that great, but we're gonna make changes to this. It's about giving the information you need if something fails or do you have an sets the end variables on sandbox startup. But these are available to anyone using the sandbox. So it depends heavily on the scenario. We also have private for every session, custom session, which cannot be read by other sandbox users. What was the use case here? Yeah, it's talking about environment variables. Okay, I think we're gonna do this for now, even though it looks a tiny bit silly. And then tag created. Great, cool. We're happy about this. Let's just ready for beta, I think. Let's review. So uncommon preview injection API. Yeah, I'm done with that. Document special. Yeah, as owners, and you can visit any. Yeah, that was a little bit confusing. Include private token flow. Yeah, documentation. This is documentation. This one's not documentation, but I'm not sure if we really need that. Documentation. When using restart sandbox when using git source. Yeah, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna document. Expose environment variables. Yeah, we need to document this as well. But I'm actually asking I reference the thread in terms of roadmap and use case. All right. Okay, I think we're ready for another release then. I feel like there's something I've forgotten. No, I don't think so. So since we're kind of at a point here now, I'm just gonna check my calendar because I have to sign in with fucking sign in stuff. 2-factor authentication. You have to sign in every 5 minutes with 2-factor authentication. It's what was my password? Oh, for fuck's sake. Now I can't remember my password. Wasn't it? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, was it 2 times? Oh. And there's so many weird rules about passwords. Fuck, I can't remember my password. Is this the password? Ah, for fuck's sake. I can't get into my calendar. I can't remember my fucking password. Ah, how did that happen? I can't fucking remember it. Do I have my email? I guess I'm signed out of my email as well then. Oh yeah, amazing. What the fuck was my password? God damn it. I think I just like no. I have no idea what my password is. I was sure it was this one. Oh, for fuck's sake. Do I have continue primary and recovery? Yeah, but I don't even know if I have Gmail. Do I have recovery here? Or do I have for fuck's sake. This is stupid. How could I forget that? Like the problem with these fucking passwords is that there's these different rules on these different services. So you have like these fucking variations of your password, and then you can't remember which variation did you have on the different services. It's just stupid. Passwords are stupid. It's a bad user experience having passwords. And I know some people are super diligent and take pride in how they solve passwords with apps and generating like super safe passwords and are able to like have everything in control. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a messy person. I don't find any joy or pride in organizing that kind of stuff. I just want to build. Yeah, let me see if I guess I wouldn't put like CodeSandbox as my secondary email, would I? And then there's another fucking password. Oh, that one it remembered. Get verification code. Can I get it here? I have to look at my phone. 219783. Oh, there we are. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. Fuck. I don't think I put like a. I don't think I put a secondary email. And now I can't get in, I guess. Well, I guess I have to actually click the reset link, right? Oh, fuck. Now it suddenly just inserted the thing. Amazing. Okay, we're back on track. Let's see. There we go. And then no. What happened? Calendar. There we go. Oh. Let's see if we can put this at. Yeah, I want to get. There we go. I put a session on Sunday. That's stupid. Cool. Okay. Sorry, that was boring. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop the stream. I'm gonna eat some food. I'm gonna write some documentation. Get those tires changed on the car. Writing some more documentation while I'm waiting. And when I get back, I'll do a stream, kind of just publishing the SDK. And yeah, we can kind of look at that documentation, kind of just review and reflect on it, and write up like a change log kind of thing. That's interesting. But this is great. This is really great. It's so coming together now, which is awesome. One thing I'm still not sure about is actually the REST API. I don't want to document that manually. I want to generate the docs for that. That's something we could look at. Yeah, maybe we could do that when I get back and do the stream. We'll see how much time we have. We need to kind of get the publishing, but if we have more time, we're going to look at generating documentation for the REST API. Yeah, let's write that down. Generate docs for REST API. Cool. Okay, that's it for now. This was fun. Speak soon. Bye.